woke media is officially turning on the man who wants to be their Lord and risen King. And that's not hyperbole. I'm not talking about a self-proclaimed king like LeBron James. I'm not talking about Angel Reese and her dozens of aliases who considers herself to be the queen of the WNBA dump. If New Yorkers aren't careful, by November, they could potentially have a king. Of course, that would not be his official title. I'm sure he will refer to himself as mayor or maybe Ayatollah, supreme leader. Maybe he will demand to be called Great One. Whatever the title, the end result will be the same. If you live in New York City, I highly recommend that you not elect Zorro as your mayor. But my name is Zohran.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
You know, I was pleasantly surprised. Matter of fact, I was shocked when I saw the mainstream media reaction to Zohran Mamdani yesterday. Normally, the woke media, they're on the wrong side of every issue. In most cases, they're intentionally on the wrong side. In the year of our Lord 2025, the mainstream media has essentially become a cafeteria where the only thing on the menu is the shit sandwich. It's nothing but lies and propaganda. For example, the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade, sending abortion rights back to the states where it belongs. This is outrageous! Women's rights are under attack! This is a threat to democracy! My body, my choice! My body, my choice! When it comes to abortion rights, the media is all about women's rights. But with transgender involvement in sports, the media suddenly forgets about women and fights for the rights of men pretending to be women. Something as basic as gender. The media is on the wrong side of the issue. Gather round, kids. It's that special day. It's time to select your gender fluid pronouns. I love you, you love they. Let's celebrate proper pronoun day. I, me, she, her, he, him, and they, them. Kim has now become Tim. Remember last summer when Timmy Walz was desperately attempting to be pretend vice president? He was giving countless interviews to the mainstream media. How many times did they ask him about masculine menstrual cycles? How many times did they ask him how men properly utilize a tampon? How many times did the media ask Timmy how it's possible for men to get pregnant? To my knowledge, none. Remember when parents were allowing their kids to identify as household pets? Several years ago, there was a school, I believe it was in Michigan. The school was being pressured to provide litter boxes in class. Garfield is afraid of the restroom. We demand a litter box so he can bury his bodily creations. The media was on the wrong side, but you get the point. On damn near every issue, the mainstream media is on the opposite side of normal people. Until now. Yesterday morning, Zohran Mamdani was a guest on Meet the Press on NBC, and to her credit, Kristen Welker absolutely exposed him. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video. If you're living in New York City, which is my #1 market here on the channel, I highly suggest you invest in some liberal repellent. If Mamdani defeats Eric Adams, you're damn sure gonna need it. Sponsor today, my good friends at Liberal Repellent. Here on the channel, we often talk about the woke fungus, which is a fungus that you damn sure don't want to be infected with. We have seen what happens when organizations become 100% infected. Prognosis, grim, slim chance of recovery. Fortunately, My friends at Liberal Repellent have developed supplements that will keep you healthy while also protecting you from the woke fungus. Liberal Repellent offers multivitamins without synthetics made from real food, meaning your body will easily absorb and utilize the nutrients. Liberal Repellent also offers items for the more pleasurable aspects of life. One of the supplements is called the Repopulation Agenda. It's an alternative to the pharmaceutical blue pills without the dreadful side effects. Take a couple of these before bedtime and you'll have your wife going to bed with a smile on her face. If you have an affinity for the booze, Liberal Repellent also offers a cure for hangovers. Their morning after red pill, it replenishes vitamin B to help eliminate the dread of the following morning. From detox to dietary, Liberal Repellent has the supplements that you need. So click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL15, BTL15. Save 15% off your first purchase with Liberal Repellent. Headline at The Guardian, one of the preferred sources for deacons at Woke United Methodist. How rise of Zohran Mamdani is dividing Democrats. Yeah. He should be dividing Democrats, and his rise should be uniting the rest of the country. I think this dude is terrifying. Normally, when we're talking about the voices of the far left, we're talking about AOC, LGBT, or Elizabeth Warren and her pretend husband Squanto, the Wicked Weave, Joy Reid, Bernard Sanders, Chucky the Schumer, Nancy Pelosi. They speak a lot of bullshit, but no one really pays attention. Most normal people, we're not taking AOC++ seriously. Liz Warren is good for comedic purposes. Remember when the Trumper was giving the State of the Union and he honored DJ Daniel, the kid with, I think it was brain cancer? Most of the room gives the kid a standing ovation. Camera cuts to Liz Warren, and she's texting on her phone, organizing strategic plans with Rising Sun. For the most part, these people are not taken seriously, but you better take Mamdani seriously. When people are this willing to show you who they are, even though Mamdani can be kind of vague at times, when someone is this willing to show you who they are, you better believe them. You know who else was kind of vague before he was given power? Ayatollah Khomeini in Iran. 1979, when they were revolutionizing Iran, Khomeini was intentionally vague with his plans. We want equality. We are fighting for social justice. What does that mean? Don't question me, infidel. Any of that sound familiar? All my New Yorkers, if you want a preview of what's potentially to come, go look at life in Iran in the 1960s and 1970s and compare that to life in Iran today. It's a terrifying preview of coming attractions to your city. Yesterday morning, Mandani was on Meet the Press with Kristen Welker. Initially, I thought this was going to be your typical softball media interview. Oh, Mandani, you're so great. I love your ideas. Free groceries sounds amazing. Free education, free transportation, free. Yeah, free comes with a supersized cucumber directly in your boodle. Free comes with the exchange of your freedom. Now, to her credit, Kristen Welker, she pressed Mamdani to the point of exposure. She asked him 3 times if he would condemn globalizing the Intifada. Now, for those that don't know, the Intifada is an Islamic uprising which can result in violence. In most cases, it's an uprising of violence against Israel or maybe even America. Or in this case, globalizing the Intifada would mean, I guess, the entire world. Kristen Welker gave him 3 opportunities to condemn that phrase. 3 chances to essentially condemn a violent uprising. Now, for most politicians, this response would be simple. Unfortunately, Mamdani couldn't formulate an acceptable response. Watch it for yourself.
Do you condemn that phrase, globalize the intifada?
That's not language that I use. The language that I use and the language that I will continue to use to lead this city is that which speaks clearly to my intent, which is an intent grounded in a belief in universal human rights.
Do you condemn that phrase, globalize the intifada, which a lot of people hear as a call to violence against Jews?
I don't believe that the role of the mayor is to police speech in the manner especially of that of Donald Trump, who has put one New Yorker in jail who's just returned to his family, Mahmoud Khalil, for that very supposed crime of speech. There's no room for anti-Semitism in this city, and we have to root out that bigotry, and ultimately we do that through the actions, and that is the mayor I will be.
Why not just condemn it?
My concern, to start to walk down the line of language and making clear what language I believe is permissible or impermissible, takes me into a place similar to that of the president.
I'll give him credit. The dude is slick. He's definitely had media training. He is an expert at dodging questions. But his unwillingness to condemn the phrase globalize the intifada, that should tell you all you need to know. 5 years ago, something called Jacobin, they interviewed Mamdani. During the interview, he identified himself as a Shia Muslim. Now, according to World Atlas, 85% of Shia Muslims, they identify as 12ers. Well, KC, what the hell is a 12er? They believe there are 12 supreme leaders. The leaders are referred to as imams. The first 11, they have already lived and died thousands of years ago, but the 12th imam is believed to be still alive. 12ers believe they can hasten the return of the 12th imam to earth to set up, I guess, an Islamic paradise. But how do they hasten his return? Basically, global war, chaos. A lot of people believe the 12th Imam is the biblical Antichrist. Now, whether or not that's true, I have no idea. I don't know. But there are a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities between the biblical Antichrist and the 12th Imam. Now, whether or not Zohran Mamdani is a 12er, I don't know. But with 85% of Shia Muslims identifying as 12ers according to World Atlas, I'd say the odds are pretty good. If you're living in New York City, is that a risk you're willing to take? Mandani is also against billionaires. He told Kristen Welker yesterday that we should not have billionaires. I'm sure that is a popular idea in New York City, home of the highest number of billionaires in the country. Mandani also wants to target white neighborhoods and drastically increase their taxes. Why? Well, he's got to find some way to pay for all the free shit that he's giving away. Free transportation, free health care. Someone's got to pay for it. Are you starting to understand why some in the mainstream media are terrified? Are you starting to understand why the media is questioning and pressing Mamdani? It's amazing how quickly the narrative shifts when these proposed policies are directly affecting them. Give me your thoughts on this. Kristen Welker presses Mamdani to condemn globalizing the intifada, and he essentially refuses 3 times. Politico, the BBC, NBC, countless mainstream media outlets have picked up on this story. Is the media starting to turn on Mamdani? If he gets elected in New York City, will there be a mass exodus? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.